Okay, what I'm gonna do is declare war on the Unfallen and the Sophon. So let's come into here,
Yeah? Why are you knocking
declare war,
around?
make an offer.
Gosh, we are so surprised that you're a bunch of jerks. Whatever you're planning, you don't want to hurt us harmless sophons, do you?
And let's do the same with the Unfallen.
Ways of the forests and the heart are ancient. Do not attempt to discern. Your decisions and actions are most intriguing to the heart.
For some reason my computer's fans go nuts when I send a diplomacy screen. Graphics card does. Might be a performance issue with it. So we're now in a couple more wars, so that's increased my approval no doubt by a heck of a lot. So I'm getting 175 from wars alone. Let's come into laws. Let's take out Toys for Boys. I definitely don't need that 20 approval now. So let's stick on the Deadly Intent bills. It's 50% damage on weapon modules, 50% troop damage. Right, 1561 minus 600. I can have that for what? 5-6 turns? That should be long enough. Now I would like, arguably at this stage, to have more depleted planets to get those bonuses. But yeah, there's only so many Cravers that I've got. I could be moving all my Cravers on certain planets to get them depleted quicker. I think I've got about 3 or 4 depleted planets and that's it. Right, so first things first, let's attack the Sophon down here then. Okay, and see how well we do against these. Definitely watch this one. So I need to win this to start invading, and I think I will invade pretty much straight away. So these are what? Flak, isn't it? Wow, one heck of a good attack on these. So let's put that over there. That over there, is it? Okay, nice and split. Let's fight. So the reason, yeah, here you can see I have much the better of the short compared to the other two. And they actually only fire 80% with their weapons at short range, so I think it's the best choice. Let's fight. They no doubt will go for a longer card though, so it'll take a while to get into range. If they hadn't retreated. Okay. Well, that's could be good, could be iffy. Why can't I invade this turn? Is it because of the freighter there? That's pretty gross. I was expecting to be able to invade this turn. Civilian ship is stopping me from invading. Okay, so I think I've done all of the key combats this turn. I'm going to take a minute out then to update my populace and move to my build list. And I'm going to sort this out to get down here as quickly as possible. So here is systems management. This turn I moved my amoeba hero off Shaddai, put it on Javanus just because it had a lot more population. Other than that, I'm trying to get some culture up, some influence in certain places. Also, some places are making slicer ships just to basically reinforce some fleets that need it, basically. Get them new microwave pipes up on a capital for extra fitzy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's also a trade company which was completed this turn, so I'm going to get a trade subsidiary for it to trade to, and my other HQs to trade to. Just going to stick it up here. It's a long route. It's going to get extra Jadinics by sticking it here. It's not great to be honest, but there's not exactly all that many great places to stick it. I will want one over here eventually. Oh, looks like a route goes round through here, but that will probably get blockaded as soon as the Horatio get some ships in the area. The new HQ as well, you can see the resources it's getting. So Yeah, it's definitely, well, it's getting red sand, it's getting dark glitter. It's definitely basically picking up resources off these systems near to it. Not as much as a subsidiary would, but yeah, HQ still works in regard to that. So, I've got a little bit of movement left before I end the turn. So I regrouped these fleets here so I could move down to Dorado in 2 turns. So this fleet, how many marauders does it have now? 4. I think that hero probably gives me a couple of extra points of movement. I can't remember, but it would make sense. This fleet's got 6 marauders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 marauders. So yeah, that should allow it to get down here 2 turns. 1, 2, yeah. Okay, so let's move this fleet down here first. Okay, it's a vine ship there. I could put some of those in that fleet. I'm not sure there's much point though, to be honest. So I'll move that down as well. There's a combat I can do here with a vine ship, so I'll attack that there, and barrage will do just nicely. Okay, and those are actually out of movement now. This fleet can attack another vine ship here. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, they retreated supposedly. 8 movement. Should I move it back there? For safety reasons. How much ships has that got? There's 1 short. I'll just leave it there. Okay, so there was nothing over to do here, just protecting those 2 systems until they become colonies now. That one I don't care so much about. I could be colonizing more actually, but can't be bothered, to be honest. The odd ships around there. There's... Right, I gotta sort out this situation. So this fleet which was made on Sicily. I'm worried that if I go to Akima here, it's actually gonna use the movement from the wormhole, but well, I'll go for it. Let's find out. Yeah, I think it's gonna use the movement, sadly. Or maybe it didn't. It did use free movement. Okay, I definitely need to group up a fleet. To be honest, I think a flak fleet would work very well against the Sophons, but I don't actually have a flak fleet over here. I think it's a very old fleet, and it's also, well, this fleet. So yeah, so I just get this fleet over. So what's here? Gorges. Yeah, any fleet I do really, probably. So how much manpower? 48%, not great. How much? 3 turns. Ooh, if I could 1 more marauder. I don't think I have a spare marauder though, to knock a turn off. You know what? What I am planning on doing is, once I get the medium hull in, switching this design over slightly. So I might do it now. So I'm going to stick another movement module on this. Take off one of the... I take off one of the plating. Because actually I need the energy against the Sophon. Okay, that's applied designs. This is Marauder 13 now, and I should be able to upgrade to those. If I can come in here. There's definitely a... Oh, I've got a couple of gorgeous ships in here, which... I think I'll keep them in. Probably won't be sieging over there, actually, but... Actually, if I take those out, would that... Ah, I would. So I don't actually need the designer just created then, perhaps? Yeah, I can get there in 2 turns. Right, let's do that. Right, free movement is pretty amazing. There's a fleet there which I can attack and probably should do. So it's gorgeous. Screw those up. It's not realistic to get them over, so just keep them here. I can attack. Right, let's go to advance. Don't think I'll watch this one, it's not important really. So these are all short range, pretty much flak and energy. So I've moved the ships around a bit. I'm gonna do the sacrifice the left flank basically with this hero who is designed to take people on at short range with the flak guns. All the other ships here are torpedoes and mainly energy defense, I believe. So yeah, it should work out pretty well. Let's fight. Okay, and Horatio's ships have been less than impressive, so hero didn't even get killed even though they stuck 2 over there, surprisingly. Okay, let's close that, and I think that's pretty much it for the turn. That's moved, yeah, so I can see I'm making ships there to bring over there, bring down there, ships there. Might start making ships on Scorpius again in a minute. Right, let's end the turn. I meant to send a probe out from that fleet as well, just forgot. Right, hopefully I can siege this turn. It's a real pain I couldn't siege that turn then. I think it's, yeah, because of that. Okay, solo quest started. That's a Horatio linked event.
Your actions will only make the war more painful.
Okay. I have a fleet incoming now. Actually, that's quite well timed perhaps. Looks like I should have moved this fleet. That was a mistake then. Let's do the automated movement. Yeah, maybe this will work out fine then. Okay. Let's... Oh, and I got an extra 2 command points this turn because I just got in the new medium hull. I probably won't bother designing it until I've got that one in. Won't make it until then because I would just have to upgrade them otherwise. There's a Varley Populous boost ended. Do I want to renew that? Not really, I don't need an awful lot of them. Okay. Shit. Okay, that was a massive misclick. I didn't even realise I selected it. Okay, you know what? That's pretty gross. I'm just going to load an autosave. That's pretty ridiculous that happened. Okay, I hope you won't begrudge me that autosave. That was pretty gross. So yeah, basically back where we were before, misclicking over here, and hopefully I don't go doing that again. If I do, I won't be autosaving. Right, so what's going on? Basically, I lost the population of Genemos. The Sophon were angry. I did the tech and the Zavali. There is a market-wide price increase, so I'm going to want to sell luxuries this turn. There's a ship that got down here, so I'm gonna have to attack that. Let's siege this now before I go cocking it up. So do I want to move these around? Yeah, I got 2 more command points. I probably should stick. I've got exactly the same here. I think one of them is better than the other one. That's level 4. That's level 5. Okay, so Marauder 10s and 11s. How many have I got? 4. The soft ones are beams, weren't they? So these are not great against them actually. This is Marauder 11s. I definitely want over here. Right. Let's get the slice. 10 slices over. Can't upgrade here because it's not within my territory. What are those? Put the slices in there. Okay, let's do that then. Let's attack with a smaller fleet, I guess. Right, it was a civilian I killed. Then we come to the combat. I don't know why I didn't get a chance to attack the civilian first last time round. So this is weak to short, and I think all of these are torpedoes, sadly. So I can't really go short here. Let's stick on one of those marauders over there. Yeah, just go. Do I have any shield defense? I think I'll just go barrage fire. Well, the marauder tenders have. Yeah, we'll go for powerful shields then. Marauders should get shot first. And actually retreated. Well, that makes my job easier. And I can now invade. So I will. Sadly, he's got very good deployment. I'm still all infantry. I don't think I can win. Well, actually, aren't I here this turn as well? Yeah, so I can attack both this turn, but I have, in this instance, I think I have the gorgeous ship, so I might want to take a siege, turn to siege us up. Let's attack. The hell is that? Fire ships. I better attack with. Wow, they look pretty good. Are they the? I think those might be a ship at that level, which is very, very good. Carrier class. Right, I think I better attack with my best fleet here then. I should move across some ships here then. So Marauder 11 have beam defense. Let's move those over. Yeah, if I can wipe out the defense complete, I can start sieging. Probably do guerrilla on the soft ones then. So 4 Marauders there. Number 2, all slice of 10s. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Oh, civilian destroyed there. Let's attack there. Okay, 2 fire ships. Command point 6. Okay. Oh, so they're medium actually. They're not as good as I thought. Right, so I could put one up there. Let's. I want to keep it long range. Marauder. I think I will stick. I don't think I have any flak over here, that's the issue. I'll just have the hero over there then. Yeah, stick all those down the middle. Won't watch it. Barrage fire. Fight. Wipe them out. Okay, so siege starts. Well, that's not going to help us a lot. It's only minus 424. I don't have enough gorges down here really then. So I could. Do I siege? Do I invade? It's 170 infantry, 57 tanks, 2 air units. I have 716 infantry, but this deployment thing. I have 2,000 infantry. Blitz could work here. Okay. Do I have enough? I would like to upgrade my manpower before I go doing this, but I would need 150. That's not realistic. Right, I think I'll take a 1 turn siege in just to see how it goes, and with this I'll do guerrilla. So just to see what happens, because this should be similar-ish to up there, but they're slightly better. Let's watch the combat. If this goes really well, I'll blitz next time round. You can see there it's about even, but in reality I've got twice as much infantry. Wanted to at least avoid that. I think you're going to take it this time, you know? Okay, well that was a surprise. Right. So that is the 5th capital. Was not expecting that to happen. That gives me a dilemma now. Do I go for the Unfallen this turn? Because I prefer to win in the quickest time as possible, frankly. I could just take 5 turns out to siege it and definitely take it or go for it now, basically. So if we have a look at a victory screen, that hasn't updated yet, but it should do in a minute. I think I'm not going to siege. I'm going to do guerrilla this turn. I'm really tempted to actually just do blitz, but I'll do guerrilla this turn. So you can see the stats down the bottom. That's the deployment. So he can't even deploy a lot of his. And I can deploy. Yeah. I think normally I should be able to deploy 190 infantry. But with Tiki now I'm getting double the amount, so I think it's well overpowered. Let's do guerrilla then, and we'll watch this. And this could be, I think, well, if I conquer this now, which is possible after having seen the Sophons, then when I end the turn it'll be victory basically. Let's see how this goes. If I can take it. Holy shit, that's ridiculous. Okay, well, I've just taken all the capitals. You know what I was forgetting? Deadly Intent Bill is giving me extra troop damage. And I'm getting the bonus from the Cravers for a few, well, about 4 depleted planets on top. Don't even have all of the bonuses in the tech tree. I don't think I have any, and I don't have the bonuses for this. But with the Tikkanen advantage on top, well, that was particularly easy to take those capitals, to say the least. And it seems you really don't need to bother with sieging with the Cravers in the end game if you have certain bonuses. Okay, so I've basically won the game, I think, at this point. So what I'm going to do now is take a minute out to wrap this up, and then I'll end the turn. Hopefully this is the last time we see systems management within this Let's Play, if everything goes to plan and I win when ending the turn. There's a possibility that not having fully colonized a Moser yet could cause an issue, or maybe even it takes a turn to kick in before victory is achieved, because it's not shown up as 6 yet, but I guess we'll see coming up. Not sure if I mentioned as well, they changed the Empire approval name as well. It's now devoted instead of ecstatic, and I think the happy amount is also called something else. Also, with the Vodjani situation as well, I should mention a bit about this. So if we actually come out of here, you can see a wrecked ark. So there's some mechanic where the Vodjani can reclaim their own old colonies, and it is actually possible to take a colony off them via invasion. I found. I don't know everything to do with all the mechanics to do with it, but you do seem to get a colony. You actually get a FIDSI boost as well for the old ARCs modules on it, I think, for the old Wrecked Arc, depending on what they chose as well here. But yeah, it's something I need to learn more about. There was a couple of requests and comments for me to play as the Vodjani next. It's a possibility, though I did see a forum thread about issues with the current patch, so that might put me off, but we'll see. It always seemed to be the race that I'm planning on doing next, after the next Let's Play, if you see what I mean. I have prepared some thumbnail stuff for them and played a tiny bit with them before the Craver Let's Play. They finished as the second race in the poll I did in, well, when the Cravers won for this Let's Play. So I've done all the systems management for this turn. I sold a ton of luxuries here. There was actually a hero from the academy which I've hired. It was another Craver, this time a Guardian. Don't have a place to stick them yet. There was this quest. Does that for Horatio only reach on a Keyman Spice in less than 20 turns? I'll just pick. Well, I'm definitely not going to do that, I think, unless I start taking a ton of Horatio, but I'm obviously not going to do that, so let's pick that. Right, let's close that. I guess I'll do a few combats before ending the game, in effect, ending a turn. So I brought a fleet over down to Carius, I believe it was, to take them out. I'm just going to do Turtle, won't watch this. They got a Tikan and Hero by the looks of it. They actually retreated. This combat up here, I think I'm going to have to retreat. Hopefully I can. Yeah, but I got quite a bit of damage, no doubt. So the small little bits of movement I did as well that just don't matter. I can't even remember what they are now. Oh, let's move those slices into there. I can attack whatever happens to be here. Ooh, quite a large fleet here actually now. Let's come into here. These are mainly flak, is it? The odd short range thing. I think I'll do. That's a lot, isn't it? Let's stick those over there. I think I'll have that. I'm not going to watch this. Let's fight. Hopefully the Horatio will be as useless as they have been so far. They actually retreated. Okay. There's something going on here by the looks of it. Let's attack there. Fight there. I'll just keep these big fleets on the capitals, I'm not going to move them. Let's come down there. Let's bring that down there. Do I have a probe? Nope, that's a Guardian. I think I did on this one, no. So I'll send probe up there, just for the sake of it. And I think I've done enough mucking around. Let's end the turn. Yeah, and I'll sign him next turn if I can find a fleet for him. Shouldn't be a next turn though, hopefully. You are victorious. Excellent, you have achieved victory, supremacy. Now, normally there's a video, isn't there? Not sure why it's not popping up. Let's go to the score screen.
The hive survives, multiplying, evolving. There are no gods or creators to slow or sidetrack us. are many, and all will be our prey.
Okay, so that was the outro video for the Cravers. I've actually seen it before, but that's the first time I've won a game with them. I'd spent a time looking in the files, looking for art to use as thumbnails and outro videos and the like. I was thinking about using that as a thumbnail, screenshot of that. But victory, we've achieved it. So we are victorious, supremacy victory. Through sheer force of will and relentless aggression, the supremacy of the Cravers is uncontested across the galaxy. Your opponents are now just a treat for you to savor later. So let's take a look at these scores then, see how we did. So by the end of the game we were definitely well in the lead. Horatio was doing pretty well. Only actually I ever took one system off Horatio, the capital, but that was enough. The map that we were on was actually pretty very well suited for a supremacy victory. You can get maps where the capitals are very distant from each other, and I may actually play on one of those next Let's Play I do. May do a conquest victory depending on the faction I play as, but that's something I'll be talking more about later. Let's have a look at the other scores then. So food, I was actually not top, surprisingly. The Unfallen looks like they're extremely good when it comes to foods. Horatio is doing very well as well. They're also very good at foods. But yeah, I was coming up well. Industry, I was actually top for most of the game. The Cravers Fitzy bonuses are pretty insane, arguably. They're definitely the best race early game in my opinion, because they have so many Fitzy bonuses, and their main quest, getting that really powerful ship early on is very, although I didn't make great use out of it, yeah, that's also very powerful. So yeah, in 4X games, the Empire that tends to get off to the quickest start tends to be the most powerful within the game, usually, almost always. So the Cravers are definitely in contention for the best race within Endless Space 2 at the moment, I would say. But they do have, well, with trade, they're definitely weaker than the other races, and trade's very important late game, so they do have the odd weakness. Dust, I was actually really poor on Dust throughout most of the game. It's not something I particularly focused on at all though. It's pretty crazy how well the AIs do on Dust. Maybe they focus on it too much, if anything, it would seem, but I don't know. Science, well, I was, yeah, it's only really later on that I really started to come up. The human United Empire was next to me, and well, we were at war very early on, and I don't think they ever really recovered because of that, even though they actually had quite a few systems back down beyond their capital. Influence wise, that's something I never really focused on until maybe at the end when I was getting in those couple of very important laws, especially the happiness one. Population massively went up towards the end, taking systems. To be honest, I didn't take all that many systems at all, so yeah, my population really only got a massive jump up at the end, and that was it. Research, right, how is research different to science? I don't really know, to be honest. Research score, perhaps, yeah, one is how many techs you have, something like that, I don't know. Trade, wow, okay, am I the only person who is trading? Kind of looks like it. That's flaw in the AI, definitely. They normally trade. I don't know why they weren't in this game. We did kind of control the center of the map, which made it really difficult for the AIs to trade with each other. Yeah, because I was certainly in the way of any potential trade routes. Approval, that jumped around a bit by there by the looks of it, but I mainly kept that under control. Definitely could have gone for conquest in this game, actually. We had the Mavros, I could have got their law, and I was able to keep at war to get a ton of extra approval, but supremacy was by far the quickest victory route in this. much more so than Conquest. Expansion, so we had 20 by the end. The AI is supposedly being improved in this patch, so they tend to colonize a lot more, or don't stop colonizing, which was maybe an issue before, I've read in the patch notes, I believe. Heroes, we were miles ahead. Yeah, focusing on heroes, getting them up, buying them in the marketplace is pretty important. Hopefully in the recent patch the issue with the commanders has been fixed, but I'm not 100% sure. In fact, definitely not sure that it has. Perhaps it will be by the next Let's Play. Military, wow, that's pretty surprising. The Vordianis, I think, is so high because of their arcs, basically. That's been counted, which it kind of should be, arguably. But it's only really here where I started to massively go ahead. And you've also got some details about, well, we had militarists throughout the whole game. That's the amount of explorations I did. Didn't have any max system developments. There's a lot of the tech tree which I got nowhere near getting towards because I won so early. But yeah, that's it basically. So I hope you enjoyed the Let's Play. Thank you for watching. Basically, next on the channel, I'm not really sure what I'm doing next. It could be another Endless Space 2 Let's Play straight away, but I have covered a lot of the game recently, so maybe it's time for something else. I'll probably be doing a channel update video where I allow people to vote on the content they want to see next. So there's a decent chance Endless Space 2 will be the next content to do, another Let's Play. And like I started to mention, it may well be a Conquest Victory style Let's Play where I really go into detail about how you have to deal with the over-colonization penalty when you go for a Conquest Victory. I know a lot of people want to see the Vordiani, but to be honest, I'm not sure they would be brilliant for a Conquest Victory style game, and there may be some issues with them with this patch. So what I'm probably going to do is play as them, see how they are at the moment before making any final decisions. But we'll see. But yeah, make sure to keep an eye out for that channel update video. I could cover Galactic Civilizations 3. I know there's a decent amount of subscribers on the channel who really like that content. And also Stellaris, I wouldn't mind playing again. Do another Let's Play for, but I could wait for patch 1.8 before covering that. Or I could even do guides. I wouldn't mind playing another game actually other than those 3 mentioned, because I have covered them a lot on the channel already. It's just a case of, well, it's in the middle of the summer at the moment. It's a Steam sale, so there's a lot of games on sale, but there's nothing new coming out, which is a bit of an issue when it comes to people being really interested in content and good for views channel wise. But yeah, that's enough of me talking at the end of this video, I think. So I'd just like to thank you for watching again, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And if you haven't checked out my Patreon page and you fancy supporting the channel more than just by viewing the videos, please go and check that out. Every single dollar I get from Patrons goes a massive way to keeping the channel going. I really rely on them more and more with YouTube's issues and yeah, ad revenue reducing all the time. So I'd just like to thank my existing patrons, and yeah, that's basically it for this Let's Play. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
They gave us one.